This is part 1 of the module Planes of the Body and Surfaces for the unit Anatomy and Human Biology 5451, Human Biology for Medical Physicists. Principal Anatomical Planes. In order to explore and map the body in your mind, you need to use naming conventions to ascribe an orientation to body areas. 3 principal planes are used for this, somewhat akin to the X, Y, Z planes of solid geometry. The sagittal plane, or sometimes referred to as the median plane, is the principal plane which is parallel to the sagittal suture of the skull as outlined in blue. In the anatomical context, a suture is a fibrous joint between 2 closely interlocked bones. The sagittal plane can be described as being vertical and antero-posterior, front to back. It divides the body into left and right. Here we are looking down on the head from above, which is a superior view of the skull. Again, a superior view of the skull. The coronal plane or frontal plane is the principal plane which is parallel to the coronal suture of the skull, as outlined here in orange. It can be described as being vertical, side to side. It divides the body vertically into dorsal, back or posterior, and ventral, front or anterior. Finally, and this view is perhaps an oblique posterior superior view from the left-hand side, the nose indicating the front of the head. The transverse plane or horizontal plane is the principal plane which passes across the body perpendicular to its long axis. It can be described as being horizontal, side to side, and front to back. It divides the body horizontally into superior, upper, and inferior, lower portions. In practice, these planes are often applied to all of individual organs, body cavities, as well as the axial body, head and trunk, and its appendices, the upper and lower limbs. Body movements at joints which allow movement use the principal planes as their axes, as mentioned before, akin to the mutually perpendicular X, Y, Z axes in solid geometry. The principal planes always apply to a body that is in the anatomical position, which is when standing erect with the face directed forward, the arms at the side with the palms of the hands facing forward. When being imaged, it may be that a person is not in this position, so you may need to reorient to the anatomical position in your mind. This module is presented in the context of medical imaging. In order to get the clearest image of an anatomical feature, we need to be able to move another body part which may be obstructing a clear view and move it in a reproducible way. Next, we review new terms that describe specific body part movements and look more closely at the joints involved and the way they move through the principal planes.